All right, so let's talk about Datana, right? Let's talk about the Datana ERP. So the Datana ERP is an enterprise resource management software for your business. So if you run a production business or a manufacturing kind of business, then the Datana ERP system is the right ERP system for your business, right? So if you are a retail business, a pharmacy, a clothing shop, a retail shop that sells provision store, pharmacies, cafes, restaurants, um, all sort of industries that deal in sales or making the products they sell, then Datana is the right software for you. So basically, we say organize, track, and plan business efficiently. Okay, the Datana ERP provides solutions for you to manage your business. We have an AI analytics that allows you to analyze your data with AI so that you can get more insight and info about your business. We also have multiple features that allow you to track your stock, manufacture, sell, manage your employees, customer relationship management, and data analysis with our AI tool. So we also provide you with sales reporting. So we have different kind of reportings. Under sales reporting, we provide you with advanced revenue by tax revenue, advanced revenue by outlet, tax revenue summary, salesperson summary, cost of sales and profit summary. Then we also provide you with purchase reporting where we track your purchases, your expenditure, your bill of material usages, general stock purchase of each branch of your business. Then we have the inventory reporting that allows us to track your physical stock usage, transfer of stock between multiple branches, maybe from warehouse to any of the branch of your business, stock purchases, and as well as wastage report if there's any item that has gone to waste. We have extra features for restaurants and manufacturing companies. So we have queue management, kitchen display, and the e-commerce online store for self-service as well as for um, easy order processing at your workplace. So we have affordable plans. We have what we call the basic plan, which is going for 500 cedis. We have the standard plan going for 1,000 cedis, and then we have the premium plan going for 2,500 cedis per month, based on your use case and as well as the information that you need to run the business. All right, so quickly let's log in so that we can see um, some features that we've implemented in the Datana system. So as you can see, once you log in, you are brought to the login page. So there's a quick start where you can quickly access most of the key features. You can access your sales for the day. You can access the POS orders for the day, as well as quickly access key features that you would need. So let's go through. We have the dashboard. So we are, in the dashboard we have what we call the CRM. So the CRM is basically the part where you do customer relationship management, where you can add a new lead. If you're a company that generates leads, then you have to share the lead form and then get information about your potential customers or businesses that you want to work with, and then follow them so you can actually generate contacts, create organizations, manage notes, create tasks, assign tasks, call logs. So if you have a call center that is actually following up on the customers, email management where you can actually manage your email, and then we have the SMS management, which are the two major channels for interacting and communicating with your customers. All right, so that is the CRM tool, and we have the human resource management tool, which we call the HRM. So quickly let me open the HRM tool. The HRM tool basically allows you to manage your employees, so you can add a new employee to the organization. You can also assign the employee to a department you would create, um, create a new position, add leave type, transfers, manage transfers of employee between branches, and as well as absences and overtime, you record them. So whether it's leave management, someone wants to request for leave in the company, you can also process that. Payroll management is what is very key over here. So you can make deductions, add earnings, add tax rules for the organization, create payroll and process your payroll, and have your data all in one place on Datana HRM. So now let's quickly move on to the products. So we have products, right? Health, sorry, I forgot about health. So you can manage your patient appointments and payments they did when they went to the hospital or something like that. And then we have products. So the products page is basically where you manage your products. Before you manage products, let's quickly look at stocks, because the stocks are what you actually use to make your product, right? So quickly let's look at stocks. So once you go to products, there is a stock management option there, so you can see stocks, right? So your stocks is where basically um, you add new stock to the system. And so a stock can be like a raw material that you are selling, or a stock product that you are getting at a stock price. So you list it as a stock in your inventory system, and then once that is done, to add a new stock, you quickly just click on add stock. And so once you go back to the stock management, what you see is that we have all the features that allow you to manage your stock. So you can import the stock if you have it in Excel as bulk stock. You can restock if it's finishing, your items you have in stock is being used. You can restock. So it allows you to track, and will help you track your stock usages, so that you track how much of your stock is going into your production, or how much of the stock is actually being sold as a final product. And then if you have multiple branches, you can do transfers of stock between the branches that you have. If you have from a warehouse to a branch in Kumasi or somewhere, you can do that. And if a branch is out of stock, they can request for a stock in the system, and then that requisition will be approved, and the stock will be transferred to them, right? So these are the features just to manage your stocks. Now let's come to products. So basically, you form products from a stock. So as you can see, we have a product list. You can add the products individually, or again, you can import products from here. So your product list is basically what you have made from your stock. So in building the product list, the system allows you to add your bill of material. So you can see that we generate a bill of material for every product. So for example, if we take this particular product, for example, these are the costs that goes into making this product, right? And then we track the cost that goes into making each individual product. So once this product is on the POS interface and it is sold, we do these calculations and subtract the stock components from your stock. So we are able to track even to the least item ingredient that went into the product, or that went into your manufacturing line, which is a very good case, right? So that is it for the bill of material for every product. Then from there, we have what we call the sales. So for example, when you are adding a product, quickly, when you are adding a product, when you are pricing a product, it's very important to know the cost that went into the product before you finally price it, right? So let's take example this product, right? Let's take this product. Now when you click on the product, you have the bill of material of the product, right? So quickly, let's investigate the bill of material of this product. So when we are making this particular stir-fried noodles, there were elements and stock items. Maybe you were using cabbage, so you can search for cabbage, and then the quantity of elements that went into the product. So maybe we use cabbage, and maybe we use 0.03 kilograms of cabbage. Once we add that to the system, it will add to the item, so you can see that the bill of material goes up. Now look at what is happening here. We are selling the price at which we listed to sell cabbage. You can see that already we are making a loss on cabbage, right? We are making a loss. Why? Because the cost of production of cabbage is 12.807. That's how much it cost us to make the stir-fried noodles. Sorry, the stir-fried noodles. But we are pricing it at what? When you go back to the price page, we say we are selling it for what? We are selling it for 3 cedis. So it cost us around 12 cedis to make the thing, and we are selling it for 3 cedis. Already that's a bad business, right? So it means that we need to come here, we need to go to our price and edit the price of our product, because we are selling this thing for 3 cedis and it's not good. So let's sell it for somewhere 20 cedis and see what would happen. Once we change the price to 20 cedis and we save, what will happen is that if we go to our bill of material, okay, when we go to our bill of material, now we should be making profit. You can see we are making profit of 24.93%. So again, the pricing of your product should depend on the elements that went into the product, into manufacturing of the product. And that is why we help you track on Datana, right? So that you can estimate, and this is after taxes. So it means if you have taxes that you've put in the system, if you've created tax handles in the system, this is after you've paid your taxes, you are saving 24.93. We are making a net profit of 24.93% right on this particular product. You get it? And then you can see the product details as well. Now, so that is it for product. So we track all of this for each product you sell. So you are very intentional about how much profit you are making on each product. Now we'll go to sales. So that is about product. So sales, we have the sales summary. So the sales summary is basically where you see all the sales that you have done in the system. So the sales summary, you can create multiple branches of your business. Once you have multiple branches, so you can see we have multiple branches of the business. Okay, and each branch is also making a sale. So we have the summary of the total sales. We can click on individual branches to see how they are performing. So if I want to see more about this branch, I can click on this branch of the business, and then I can view the total sales of that branch, the entire history of the branch in terms of how much net sales, total discount, returns, no charge, order counts, individual orders that came through this branch. And I can click on an order invoice to see what particular items have actually even been ordered from that branch, right? So you can see from here we have these items that have been ordered, and then we also have the bill of material. This is where I was telling you to track the cost of production of any item you sell, so that we can use it to make informed business decisions and give you better analytics. So you can also look at the invoice of this particular order, and then once you look at the invoice, you can print it if you want. Let's say this customer wants to cancel the order. You can cancel the order here. So once you cancel order, you cancel the order in the system, and then once it cancels the order, it tells you who canceled the order, and then it will go back and then restore the bill of the item to the system. So it means this order is cancelled, so we don't account for the stock usages of this item anymore. And then if you look at the invoice, you can reprint a new invoice that states that the order here has been cancelled. So if you look at the invoice, you can see that everything goes to 00, and then everything here gets cancelled, right? So again, the system is very smart and is able to do all of these checks for you. So let's continue. So that is it. So you can look at individual orders. You can also check for a particular date. Maybe I want to check from 1st March to to 22nd March. I want to look at all the orders that have come and then how much it costs. So you can see the total cost of sales we've done in this month, in this period that I've selected, and individual orders that fall under this category. I can also look at the payment summary. How many people paid us through Momo? How many people paid us through card payments? So card payments were 2,026, and then you can see that Momo payments for this particular branch was 8,167, right? So that is it, and you can easily print this for like reporting and analytic purposes. So if you want to print this out for maybe your manager or for the business owner or for somebody who is requesting for this information, you can quickly print it out. It will load the preview and then be able to print it out. So this is very important because in most organizations there's the need for like reporting and also making sure that there is analytics that are ready for the organization to use that analytics for purposes. So as you can see, it has actually done the printing. You can print it as you have a printer. So that is the sales reporting. So payment summary. We can also export this as Excel, so we can download it as an Excel sheet. As you can see, downloaded the Excel. When you click on download, it will download it as an Excel sheet. You can use it for further analysis if you want, right? Now we have the product report. So the product report basically summarizes all the products that have been sold within the particular month we selected, or the particular time frame or period we selected. So you can see all the list of the products, the quantity that has been sold over the time, and the total revenue that was generated in the time that we have selected, right? Then we have category report as well. So the category report basically gives you a breakdown of the categories of items, right? The categories of items, so different categories, and so the total revenue generated by category as well. That being said, you can also go back to the sales summary, and you can also make a filter. So you can filter by branch and select to view the sales of all your branches by the date you select. So maybe for this particular month, I want to see how much sales each branch has done for the data I've selected. If you apply the filter, it will filter everything out for you. So you can view per branch and then do all this analysis on the system. All right. So that is for the initial part of the sales reporting. Then we have invoices. So the invoices are basically sales that have been completed, and then you have receipts you've printed. So for today, these are the invoices that have been done. So if I want to check for maybe yesterday, I can quick, or for the previous uh, days up to now, I can quickly select, and then you can see all the invoices we've processed in the system, right? So again, it's very good because it can export this data as Excel and use it for further business analysis if you want. You can quickly also click on an invoice, okay, to see the detailed items that were on an invoice. So for example, if I want to see this particular order that came in, the bill of material, the cost of production of this thing we sold, okay, it's also there. The taxes component are also there. Maybe this customer want to cancel their order, so they can quickly click on cancel, and then maybe the only admins can perform this function, right? Cashiers cannot cancel all this, okay. All right, so basically you can cancel the order and it will be in the system who canceled it and the reason they canceled it, and as well as we restore the bill of material because the order is cancelled. So you can see that the bill of material has returned to what, 00, as you can see over here, right? Okay, so it makes the system very tact and very sharp so that businesses can basically um, focus on the right stuff. So basically that is it. And then once we go back from here, um, we can quickly go back. Again, if you look at the invoice, on the invoice also, it cancels the order, so it brings everything back to zero. So it means the system restores the item and keeps track of it in the system again. All right, so that is it. Now before we go to health transactions, let's go to the POS. Okay, so before that, quotations. So quotations are basically like um, invoices that you send to a dealer, or maybe they say you should bring a quotation for maybe 50 people bulk purchase or something like that. You can quickly go into the system and generate your quotation. So you can click on add a quotation. So the quotations later will later become an invoice, right? A formalized invoice. You can put the buyer name, the contact of the buyer, the address of the buyer, the item they are buying. Maybe they are buying some specific items from your shop, and then you can generate a quotation. So once you generate the quotation, you can and the quotation is approved, you can view all the quotations that is in the system, and then the item, maybe the person is buying jollof, right? And so the item um, the person is buying. So this is more like a quotation. So once you send a quotation to them, later when they finish buying, you can process the invoice into the system, right? So basically that is it for the quotation. So now let's talk about health transactions. But before that, let's go to the Datana POS interface. So the Datana POS interface basically is an interface that allows you to put in order in the system. So it's very easy to use. All you have to do is quickly maybe search an item. Maybe I want to search for coffee, so I can quickly search and it will put coffee for me. Okay. If I don't want to search, if I already see the item, I can quickly click on the item and then process the order, right? So you can personalize the order or make it a walk-in order. So you can put in the customer details, the notes. Maybe the person is just looking it has a note about the order that has to be taken into consideration, and then you can quickly click on checkout, right? Before we click on checkout, you can do other stuff like apply discount. So for example, here you can put a discount, a cash discount of 10 cedis if the company is doing that. Once you submit, it will add a discount, right? Maybe after adding discount, what's next? For example, yeah, that's it. So maybe you've added a discount, and maybe we can quickly complete this order. Once you click on OK, the system will process the order, and then once the system processes the order, it will generate a receipt or an invoice paper. So if you have a printer in your shop, you can use that printer to actually quickly print, as you can see, print the invoice for the customer. You can do a new sale if you want. Yes, I want to do a new sale. Maybe I want to buy one more item. Right? I like the system is easy to use, so I like to place a lot of orders, right? So I can quickly basically here increase the quantity of items the person is buying, maybe increase the order quantity, and it does the calculations for me. Maybe I want to hold this order for some time, right? So we can click on hold and then hold the order in the system. This order will be held in the system, right? Again, I can make a new order and then quickly make a new order and then hold that order also in the system. So meaning we have two orders that are held in the system, right? So once these orders are held in the system, what it means is that I can go to held transactions, and then I should be able to see all the things, basically where you see all the transactions that have been held in the system, right? So this is the two transactions we held. We can view it and complete it or delete it if we want. But again, before that, we can quickly go to the order toolkit and click on the order manager. So in the order manager, we can quickly go to the held orders. Okay, so we can click here on held orders. Okay, so those were the orders we completed, but we can go to held orders, and then these are the two orders we held in the system. We can delete or complete them, so we can click on complete to complete these two orders we held in the system. We can add more items or even increase the quantities of items we are adding to the system, and then we can check out, right? If you want to apply a discount, you can apply a discount, cancel the order, or check out. So once you click on checkout, you just go to okay, and then you can check out the order and print the invoice for the customer, right? So again, as you can see, that's the invoice printed for a new invoice reflecting the new changes in price. Okay, all right. So basically we just, and then it vanishes once you complete an order that is held, right? So again, let's finally complete this order, and then we can look at the other features of Datana. So we can increase the quantity. Maybe we don't want this item anymore, we can delete it from the system, and then it will compute the price for us. Again, we can apply a discount. If the person is doing a delivery, we can add the delivery amount, okay, and then it will reflect there, and then we can quickly do checkout and then continue, right? So once we do the checkout and continue, it computes the total cost of the item. We have here, I think 284. Yeah, so 284 with the delivery fee of 20 cedis, also computed in addition. All right. So all right, so that is it. And once that is done, you can continue with your sales if you want, or you can go back to the dashboard, and then you can see that that held orders is gone. So we can go to order manager now. The order manager page, like I said, is where we manage orders, right? So all orders that have been put in the system will appear here. As you can see, these are orders that what we've appeared. And if you have a call center, so before we do anything, let's go and talk about a call center. So if you have a call center that processes orders, people can also place orders from the call center. So the call center is a person basically who is picking calls and putting orders in the system for you. So again, the person can select the branch and assign the order to a particular branch. And when the person does that, the order will appear in the specified branch as something that needs to be accepted. So you see accept this order, and then you continue with the order, right? And process and deliver to the person wherever he is. So again, that is good, especially for production and restaurant businesses. Again, so basically we can mark this order as ready. Before we mark the order as ready, let's quickly look at the features we provide for managing order, right? So if you look at the features, we have the kitchen display. So let's quickly open the kitchen display, and then we have the queue manager, right? So these are two features that we provide to help manage the order that comes in to the shop or to the business or to the restaurant, if you'd say. So in the kitchen display, you should be able to see all the orders that are in the system as pending, okay, the time they came and all of that. And then again, you should also be able to see for the queue manager the orders that are pending in the system. Now you can see that there's one order that is not showing, right? There's one order that is not showing, because if you can look at the order manager, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, but because we've not accepted, so let's accept this order. So we quickly just accepted this order, and if we go to our kitchen display, if it reloads, you should be able to see that the new order we accepted is now also displayed on the kitchen, so that the kitchen staff can cook it. All right, so you can see the new order that is actually also displayed here. Now, so let's go back to our order manager page. So the salesperson, if he marks this order as ready, maybe the kitchen staff is finished preparing this order, can mark it as ready, and when he marks it or he or she marks it as ready, it should appear it should disappear from the kitchen display, right? Because we don't need it in the kitchen display anymore. The order is ready. So again, it narrows down on orders that are pending. And if you go to our queue manager, you can see that there's one order that is ready. Okay, so it's like the more we mark an order as ready, okay, it reflects in the other aspects of the system, and also reflects on the queue manager as well. So people watching the queue or the display at the shop will see that, oh, my order is ready, and then they will go to the POS assistant and pick their order, or go to the front and pick their order, and then the POS assistant marks this order as complete. So now this order is complete. When you mark an order as complete, it disappears from the queue, right? Remember, if you mark an order as complete, it should disappear from the queue, because then you create space for the new people to come for their order or to make their order ready as well. So again, that is how. And once you mark it as complete, it disappears from the queue also. So if it is ready and you make it complete, it disappears from the queue. So that's how we manage the queue. So you can display this queue in, like KFC does, in your shop, and then get the customers to track when their order is ready. Okay, so you can complete these orders as we have done over here. Basically, once you complete the order, so we've completed all order, there is no more order in the system. So in the KDS, we shouldn't be seeing any order once it refreshes. Even in the queue manager, there should be nothing over there. In the KDS, once it reloads, this order that has been done should also vanish, right, from the system, because we have finished it. As you can see, it's disappeared, right? Now, that being said, so that is how you manage your queue, manage your work. Now there are people you work with, right? We have your customer list, your suppliers, and your stores. So customers, basically the list is generated as you put in order in the system, right? So as orders keep coming, we generate a customer list and a contact list for you. You can manually click here to add a customer or a contact list if you want, right? As you can see, we can click on each and every customer to see the transactions they've done. We've also arranged them in order of how much they spend or how much items they've bought, so you can see the most spending customers. So once you click on transactions, you should be able to see, right? So again, we can click on an individual transaction. Again, if there are changes we need to apply to this transaction, we can apply to this sales that you have made and the bill of material and everything. Again, that is how detailed we provide you information on your customers, right? Now, that being said, you can also look at suppliers. Suppliers are people that you work with, they supply you with stuff. So we have different types of suppliers. You can add a new supplier. If you have somebody who supply you with perfumes, stocks, medications, all these are your suppliers. So you can create a new supplier, and you can also view the account of every supplier. So this is the account of this supplier. This is how much the total amount we've spent with this supplier so far. And we can click on the individual details to see the items that were supplied to us or we purchased from this supplier, right? Again, and then we have your stores, right? So here's where you add a new store, add a warehouse, or create a new branch. So you can create a new branch, and then it opens up for sales, and then you can receive sales through this branch, and then in your sales summary to be listed as a branch. Now the user management is where you manage the users and assign roles to cashier, assign role to an admin, and all those kind of stuff. Now let's talk about the reports. So the reports is basically where we do a lot of reporting. So we have sales, we have revenue, we have tax summary, we have salesperson summary, cost of sales, sales and profit. Then we have advanced report by outlet. Then we also have payment summary, right? So for sales alone, you can basically come here and actually do a lot of reporting. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options to report. So you can select a branch and then look at the revenue summary of this branch. If I want to calculate my tax summary for maybe all my branches, I can quickly come here and generate my tax summary report. So it will generate the report for me because I've added those tax handles in the system. So how do you add the taxes? You just go here to taxes and add a new tax. Click on taxes and add a new tax and apply the percent. The branch that I have to pay the most tax is this, followed by that, and followed by that, based on the sales that are coming, and these are the total tax I need to pay by the end of the month. So this is good for your GRA tax invoicing and reporting if you want to do that. Then we have the salesperson summary, where we talk about how much each salesperson is selling. So you can search for the name of a salesperson. I can search for Grand Paris here. So I can search how much sales this person has made for this particular month, and then click on generate report, and it should be able to generate the report for me. So you can see this person has sold at Atomic branch. This is the volume. Again, it's good to narrow down your sales and your cashier people, how much each person is selling. And we have cost of sales analysis. So I can do a cost of sales analysis for this month. Cost of sales basically means that how much did I put in to manufacture the products, and how much revenue did I generate, and what is my profit. So you can see basically for all the products you are selling, this is the cost of sales analysis. So you can see, for example, the quantity sold, the gross amount or revenue generated, the net revenue generated after taxes, the cost that went into the bill of material of the item, the percentage, and then the profit, and then your profit margin is also here, your net profit margin, right? So we provide you can print this as a report if you want, and then you can also filter it by date. If you want it detailed, you can apply the filter and it will make it detailed for you. So again, you can see that it's very detailed by date, right? This is much more detailed the results for you. As you can see, it's also aggregated, right? So it's up to you the kind of data. You can also export this as an Excel if you want, and then for further analysis, right? So that is the sales summary. Again, if you look at that's the sales, and if you want to look at your sales and profit summary, so this goes detailed into profit for each of the branches of your business. So you can basically generate that report. So basically, as you can see, we can see the different branches. The most performing branch, of course, is this branch, because we are making a net profit of this, and then the net profit of this on the next branch, and the next profit of this, and the total profit we are making. The total cost of our production, okay, the total cost of our production is 3,165, and then our net profit after taxes is 9,668. So that's a very good business, right? So again, you look at it and you break it down for each business, the total sales revenue, and then as well as the total cost of operation and profit made, right? So we break all these statements down for you. And now we have advanced revenue, advanced report by outlet. So if you want to take that atomic branch, you can look at an advanced report, right? So an advanced report contains, of course, further information as well. So as you can see, it gives you advanced report on terms of the dates. So again, we advance it by dates, and then you see the total profit you have made for that particular branch on each of the dates there. And then the payment summary is basically where you look at what are the payment methods that were used for each branch, right? So for this March, maybe I can need a summary of what are the payment methods. These are good for the accountants to resolve their books, especially card payments were this amount, Momo payments were this amount, cash payments were this amount. So all you have to do is to go to your card payment, your bank, and check if you've received this amount, and check if you've received this amount in your Momo, and check if you received this amount as cash from this date time period. That's all, and you are good to go with your business. Now, that being said, so those are the reports we provide for sales. Now, once you go again, we have what we call purchase report. So the purchase report basically is a summary of all the purchases you've done. I think we've looked at this already, so we'll skip to the next report, which is the inventory report. So what is inventory report? So the inventory report is basically where we tell you much about your inventory, so you can track your stock, transfers received at this branch, at a particular branch. If you have multiple branches that you were transferring items and stocks to, you keep track of that. So if you want to check all the stocks that were coming from the atomic branch, or remove from the atomic branch to other branch, or move from warehouse to other branches, you can check the date and then see it. Production is basically if you want to check how much items you've produced. For example, if you are a manufacturing company and you make maybe your own shitter, you make your own sauce or stuff like that, you can check how much of the product money has gone into producing most of these items, okay, that you were using to maybe sell your food or sell your final product, right? So again, you can see these are the production we've done and the cost involved. You can filter by date as well. Again, if there are purchases, you can actually look at the items we've purchased or the expenditure we have done for this particular branch. You can select a branch and then basically generate the report based on that particular branch. So as you see, so these are the expenses we've done so far for this particular branch, so the accountant can use that in their balance sheet if they want. Then wastages are items that have gone to waste. So if there is any wastage for any branch, it has to be reported so that we know that we've lost money because the items went to waste, or the items expired, or the items went defect. So you can generate that report, and then you can see if there is any item that has gone to waste within that particular time period. It will show here. If there is no item, then it means that we don't have any item that has gone to waste. So as you can see here, I don't think there's any item that has gone to waste. Okay, there is an item here that has gone to waste, and these are the total costs involved in all wastages for the particular time period we selected. So again, that is it for the inventory reporting. Then we talk about the AI. So the AI basically, all right, so let's talk about the AI feature of Datana. So you can quickly click on AI. So we are in the modern day of business intelligence. So you can analyze each aspect of your business using the AI tool that is provided in the Datana interface, right? So the AI basically targets different aspects of your business. So you can ask the AI about your sales revenue, your sales invoices, your cost of profit, your inventory and expenses, and then your tax analysis, right? So this is the items we've sold. This is our revenue page. Okay. So we are going to ask the AI to actually analyze this data for us and maybe give us some insights. Okay. If you want to filter these responses, you can filter and narrow down the response so that the AI can focus on the key elements you want it to focus on. Remember, if you give it garbage, you get garbage. But if you give it quality data, you get quality results, right? So maybe I want the AI to create an email with my revenue summary in Ghana cedis, right? So I'm asking the AI, okay, to create an email with my revenue summary for the month, right? For this month in Ghana cedis. So the AI is going to, once you ask the AI, it's actually going to run, as you can see here, it's running the search. So basically it's thinking, and as you can see, it's providing you a breakdown of your total sales or your revenue summary, right? So that is the email, and also tells you which payment methods were used: cash, Momo, and card payments, cancelled orders, as well as your salutation as well. Okay, so basically this is the steps it went into calculate the revenue and everything, but this is the email you asked it to build for you. Okay, so you can say create an email with a table. Okay, with a table. Maybe I want it to tabulate everything, so I can say with a table of revenue summary for this month. So once you ask it, it will give you a table that will contain the revenue summary of your sales for this particular month. You can do it for this year, for the time duration or the period you give it, and it's going to analyze the data and provide a response for you. Okay. So as you can see, this is what you ask it to do, right? So this is your email, and this is the table of your summary, and this is what the email you ask it. You can ask it to do more complex stuff. Okay, you can ask the AI to do more complex stuff. And also, if you have your own custom data, you can upload the data and ask any question about the data. So if you have an Excel sheet, you can upload it and ask any question about the data. So for example, I want it to analyze um, my data and categorize the most effective product in terms of what? Um, in terms of revenue. Okay, in terms of revenue, because we are talking about revenue, but it should be in Ghana cedis, right? Okay, so basically it's going to analyze your data for you. So when you say analyze, the AI is going to pick that keyword, and what it is going to do is that it's going to generate an analysis of your data for you for the search you have asked it to do for you. So basically you click on ask the AI, and then it's going to um, connect and then do the analysis on your behalf, right? Okay, all right. So I think we can refresh and then ask again. Mm. So it is running, as you are seeing, it is running. It's going to run the search, and then once it finishes running the search, it will provide it. So you see your analysis. So this is the analysis. It will do the calculations and everything, then to summarize the revenue for each product for you, and give you some conclusions here. Okay, and you also be able to make business decisions. So you can ask it to make recommendations on products that are what performing well. So in conclusion, the most effective product in terms of revenue is the anti-rabies vaccine, and then the Peking duck also generates significant revenue. Coffee latte also generates significant revenue. Energy drink and 7-Up have the lower revenues compared to the top product, indicating a potential area for improvement in marketing or pricing. So basically, it's telling you more about your business and what you need to do in order to generate more revenue. If you need to stop selling some items, maybe lower the rate at which you restock on those items because they don't move fast. So this is where the real deal is, where your business data is actually analyzed by our AI tool to give you the best information about your business. Activating your plan on Datana. So to activate, you quickly click on activate. So you click on activate and then you select your plan or the plan that suits your business. So depending on the kind of account you have, we'll look at that will determine the kind of plans that you'll be presented with. So with a full production account, 1 month is going for 1,000 Ghana cedis. So you can select 1 month or 12 months and then click on pay. So once you click on pay, it will load the payment gateway for you to make your payment. So once you confirm that you have indeed paid and you have completed the payment, it will go ahead and then basically add your subscription to the list of subscriptions you've done in the past. So it will tell you payment successful. So it means that you've approved the payment to resubscribe for the plan, and this is the plan you actually subscribed now, and the date of activation is today, and then this is when it is going to expire. This is going to expire 2028 because I've done several activations into the future, right? So again, that is how you activate for a plan on Datana. All right. Finally, I would like us to talk about ShopLink. So what is ShopLink? So ShopLink basically is like the sister of Datana. Basically, what we provide at ShopLink is an online shop. So if you have like a self-service interface, you need an online shop to list your products where your customers can remotely interact with your pictures of your product and see what you are selling. For example, if they visit the link, they can see your online shop, your branding logo, and like your banners and everything. Okay, so they can be able to see the offering, the products you are selling, and then be able to place an order online, check out and pay you online, and then you receive an alert or an SMS notification, and then you can put that order into your Datana system as sales. So if you are in your shop and you have like KFC self-service, you can put your menu and list your menu items. Customers can easily come and interact and purchase without even having to go and talk to the salesperson, right? So again, this is the power of ShopLink in collaboration with Datana. So once you have a Datana account, it comes with a free ShopLink account to sell your products online as well. So get in touch and let's get you started. This is how we are helping businesses grow and impact through their data. So get in touch and let's set you up. In order to access the platform, you can visit www.datanaerp.com. So as you can see it here, datanaerp.com, www.datanaerp.com. Thank you so much and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.